Every night has its dawn, but it's always quite a surprise for everyone that this holds true for Cihangir as well. Folks are taken aback with a sensation of how come at this extraordinary, staggering and ghastly strike of reality, as if dawn had ever failed to subdue any night for the past millions of years. The end of all joy, the beginning of heartache, the passing of good times. Especially when all has not been said yet, when there are still hollow promises to be made in ambitious conversations, while extravagant bullshit is still being spurted around from inebriated minds, while all hope is not lost for the night, when there are still some drops in the glass, while loners, expecting the waiter to bring their checks, which seem to them as their death warrants, have still got the zeal to extend their soliloquies, to use the last bits of their oratory talents. And just when men, hurt and haggard from spending years alone in the cold bed at home they are about to tread back to, have given up on composing new romantic statements, and have sworn to spend the rest of their lives on sidewalk cafes. Winter in Cihangir, pale and grim. Because of the smoking ban in enclosed areas, many are smoking their cigarettes out on the streets, shivering from the cold. Tobacco is being consumed as if this is an otherworldly incense gathering. All kinds of smoke are rising into the air from the tables: cigarettes, cigars, pipes, and others. At night, where patio heaters fail to warm Cihangir, it is a pure tragedy for men that the sun will be up soon, freezing under the plastic tarpaulin set outside for smokers, and totally confused about how many women they exasperated and exhausted that night. Men, with their breaths coming out in white clouds, know that the sun will be up to reveal all that is real. Actually, reality signifies tragedy everywhere, but its meaning is doubled in Cihangir. Here, reality is a deadly tragedy. This is the sole reason why everyone tries to avoid it. Cihangir is a huge garden where these tragedies are delayed with such fabricated moments of recreation, exuberant shows of affection, and snobbish glances. Or it is the locality for getting lost in artificial enjoyment to defer that feeling of emptiness inside for a few more minutes. So many are at this Gethsemane. Children of prominent families who failed at becoming somebodies but could not lose their literary desires, now posing as writers. Rentiers trying very hard to erase their inheritor images by sticking to the bohemian life and therefore sucking up to the hoi polloi in art. Old actors and actresses from cinema and theater looking for comfort and their wasted dreams in alcohol. Forgotten literary figures, opportunistic journalists, washed-up movie stars, regular slackers, officers of lower rank from embassies, part-time Casanovas, lazy orientalists who misinterpret this whole gathering as exoticism, foreign intellectuals feeding on Eastern hospitality and Western admiration, middle-aged coquettes, members of foreign media engaged in incomprehensible affairs, and well-educated gays. Is that all? No. Furthermore, men and women hunters of every age, carpetbaggers, moneybags who have come to show off their wealth to the intelligentsia, publishers, novelists, scenarists, and 1,000 other ratés, and sometimes and only decadents. They are all together in Cihangir until morning, in an extraordinary and unfathomable composition, or rather, a Noah's pudding of absurdities. No one cares for the break of day and its curious colors, or any state of nature at that point. These do not matter, but what actually matters is the disoriented mind, nausea, exhaustion, hollowness, and the pains of the deranged brain from the last feeble attempts at finding a new place to go to. Or in short, we could possibly call this the coming of morning. These little people, raise their heads between the labyrinth-like apartments, concealing the sea and the beautiful Bosphorus just a little further away. Tonight, they realize for the first time what ugly and soulless buildings this wealthy town is comprised of. These modern concrete buildings look like they will collapse onto them any moment. Maybe they don't, but it's already time for the insidious elderly women in bourgeois flats to interrupt their sleep to inform the police about the drunkards down on the streets.